Hello everyone and welcome to the weekly rewind presented by Attractions Magazine. This episode is for Friday, November 6th, 2015. I am your host, Banksley. As always, we're going to take a look back at the past 7 days of our Twitter feed at Attractions. So let's get started with last Friday on October 30th. This is a photo of the Orlando Eye over on International Drive at iDrive 360. This is their special lighting that they had for Halloween. Mainly, it changed a lot. So right here you see it's purple with some orange stripes, and then it would change to orange with purple stripes. Really cool lighting scheme, and I love that they constantly change their lighting scheme on the wheel there. October 31st, on Halloween, BioReconstruct on Twitter shared this photo looking at Hulk. All that remains is the launch tunnel and the vertical loop. A lot has changed since this photo was taken. We'll show you that later on in the episode here, but it's so insane to see this coaster being taken down. I know it's going to be rebuilt, but it's just so weird seeing so much gone. BioReconstruct also shared this photo over at Disney Springs, looks to be a new quick service area for Morimoto Asia called Morimoto Street Food. You can probably walk up and get some quick meals to take home or take around Disney Springs with you. So I don't know when that's going to open, but hopefully soon. He also shared this photo over at Epcot inside Innoventions, the brand new Colortopia exhibit that's going to be opening up here very soon. We're going to be having coverage of that on a future episode of the show, so be sure to follow us there to see inside the new exhibit. This past weekend was Spooky Empire, the annual horror convention. It was at the Hyatt Regency Orlando on International Drive. A lot of famous people were there, like here's Burt Reynolds and also Neve Campbell from Scream and other projects as well. Of course, one of the big things that they do every year at Spooky Empire is the annual zombie walk. They had zombies walking down iDrive from near Port Orlando all the way down to the Hyatt Regency. You can see video of this zombie walk on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/attractionsmagazine. Also this past weekend was the Food and Wine Classic at the Swan and Dolphin Resort. We gave you a preview of this on a past episode of the show, so you can go check that out if you want to see some of the food that they offered during the event. Cool thing is they drained the fountain out at the Swan and Dolphin, and they put a band in there to play some live music. One of the big things on Halloween is that a lot of the Disney characters will go around the different resorts around property and meet guests in their Halloween outfits, and here's Minnie meeting at the Pop Century Resort in her cruise outfit. On November 1st, this was the final day for Twister at Universal Studios Florida. A group of us went out there to say goodbye. Here's the group photo of all of us dressed up as Bill Paxton and Helen Hunt. You can see a video of the final showing of Twister at our YouTube channel. Another cool thing about the final day of Twister is that not only did a lot of fans show up, but some people that were part of the original opening team for Twister came. You can see their photo in front of the attraction on the last day up top, and then that's the group photo that was taken when the attraction first opened in 1998. So that's kind of cool for them to be able to come out and say goodbye to the attraction that they helped open. November 2nd, we were over at SeaWorld getting a look at some updates there. This is the walls are up in front of what was the 50th anniversary shop, the Sea of Surprises. That 50th anniversary event has ended at SeaWorld, so no word what's going to go into this little small gift shop area. Sea of Trees are already starting to rise there at SeaWorld. Their annual Christmas celebration event will start on November 21st. And here's a look at the construction site for their brand new coaster Makos. It's going to be opening up sometime in summer of 2016. So you can't see it in this photo, but supports have started to rise, so we're going to see some track coming in pretty soon. November 3rd, we were over at Artagon Marketplace getting a look at some of the new enhancements and expansion plans that they have. This is a look at 4 of the shop storefronts. Now, you used to have cages, so it was very kind of industrial looking, but now as part of the enhancements, they have custom-built facades on each shop, and it looks great. You can see a segment about the enhancements and the expansion on this past week's episode of the show. We spotted this sign over at Fun Spot America. Fun little sign kind of digging into the theme parks and around town. Parking $20. Nope, it's free today, but it's always free at Fun Spot. At Grilling with Gun on Twitter shared this photo of the old Shutterbuttons location inside Diagon Alley. They've started to repaint it. Looks like they're getting ready to put up a new sign there. No word what's going to be replacing this location. At Magic City Mayhem on Twitter shared this photo looking at the skyline for Islands of Adventure, and there it is. All you see is the launch tunnel. That's it. No more loops, no Cobra Roll. Hulk, right now, for the time being, is gone. Don't know when they're going to start putting in the new track, but they say it's going to open sometime spring of next year, so hopefully soon. Also, November 4th, Disney released a look at what the special Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom card is going to be for when guests come to the Very Merry Christmas Party, and it's Olaf's Snowgies. And on November 5th, we were back at the Hyatt Regency Orlando on International Drive for the Shatterproof Challenge, where they were having people rappel down the side of the hotel to raise awareness for drug and alcohol addiction. Our reporter Jesse went to do it, but someone else did it as well, and that's Stuff the Magic Dragon from the Orlando Magic. You can see video of him rappelling down the building on our YouTube channel, and you can see Jesse doing it on next week's episode of the show. And that is going to do it for this week's episode of the Weekly Rewind. As I just said, tune in next week on the show to see Jesse rappelling down the Hyatt Regency Orlando. You don't want to miss that. And until next Friday, we'll see you later. Have fun, guys.